All right, good morning, everyone. It's kind of late. It's 1:05 in the afternoon on July 1st, 2021. And today I get to do a $497 recap. Um, Pretty much everything that I traded today except for CPOP was a pretty tough trade. Um, there was money to be made there, but I wasn't trading it well. CPOP really did give a lot of great opportunities, and I like stocks that move like that. I only traded 100 shares at a time on CPOP. Let's see, right there, 100 shares, and right there, 100 shares. And, it gave really nice moves. You can see I made $2.22 per share on 100 shares, and then I'll call it $279 or $2.79 on 200 shares or 100 shares. God, 100 shares for about $279. Um, that was pretty much the most. Those were the most successful trades. Otherwise, I was just kind of flopping around with ATHE, BGI, and OXY. Now, OXY wasn't in my morning strategy session. It's something that popped up in the last 5 minutes before the opening bell that I decided to put up. It gapped up all of a sudden over 4%, which is a criteria to be in my large cap scanner. So yeah, let's go over it here real quick. So let's see. The first trade was on OXY. So let's go over here to OXY. Yeah, okay. And so I put a Fibonacci up real quick on OXY right here, right at, let's see, right here. Yeah, so what I did, I attempted to trade the break over the second minute candle. So it opened up and flailed around, went up, came down, and topped back right at the open. And so I bought it right here at about $32, $32.87 per share. And it started to run, and I was like, okay, $32.87 a share, it's starting to pick up. It's the third minute of the day. And pardon me, my phone is ringing here. Let me just silence that. All right. And then it just started to turn south really quickly. And so I was like, all right, so I was looking for a red to green move. So it went red on the day in these 2 minutes right here after it opened right here. And then it popped up over its open, started to go green. So I'm like, okay, that's a momentum setup. It's worth getting into. I didn't use the Fibonacci, and it just started to dive back down on me. So I dumped it before it turned red on me here, and you can see on 100 shares. I traded this one rather lightly. 100 shares only made 7.5 cents roughly, maybe 7 cents roughly on 100 shares, and so not much of a trade there. At least I got out of it green. Well, let's see. Then BGI was the next one that I took. And so BGI, so I marked off these levels here. 314 and $4 were levels from a breakdown candle back here. So you can see there's this breakdown candle on the 10th of June. And the open was at $4, and then the close was at $3.14. So it's like, okay, we're opening inside of this range. The 314 will be a buy, and $4 will be a sell. Well, so let's go to the 1 minute chart here. And so it started to break above $3.14. And let's see, I think I tried trading 400 shares on BGI the first time. Yeah, so I tried trading 400 shares on it the first time. Or no, maybe it was 500. Let's see, 500 shares on it the first time. It made 6 cents. And so I got in on the break I got in on the break of 314, and it ran up to as high as 325, and so I was like, okay, good. We're heading up. It put in a red to green move basically right there at 314, and was showing strength. Dipped down, came back up, was showing strength, and immediately started selling off again. And so I managed to dump it at 320 before it went red on me. And so it's only 6 cents gain. So I was like, okay, well, at least it's not red. And then I made another attempt at BGI as it crossed above 314 again. And that time I held it for too long. And I traded 500 shares that time too. 400, yeah, 500 shares. I don't know. Maybe it was more than 500 shares. Maybe it was 1,000. Yeah, it was 1,000 shares. I tried 1,000 shares on it and lost about 6. I'll call it 6 cents. Lost about 6 cents on 1,000 shares. So dropped myself down to, let's see, 30. Yeah, about negative $60 on that trade. So it kind of put me negative on the day by about $30 on the day, and so I was like, okay, great, and so what I did after I bought it here, I was like, okay, it's jumping up past 314 again, it's showing strength, we're getting ready to roll up. Once it came down, went below, and came up again, I was like, okay, this thing's showing strength. Let's see this thing run up. I was expecting it to start making a run up for $4 here, and it did not do that. It went back down below 314, and I sold it after it dropped down to about 308 or 306, somewhere in that range, and was like, oh, all right, well, that didn't work out. So let's try something different. And CPOP really started to work out. Now, I didn't keep a close enough eye on CPOP. I put my Fibonacci right here at the open before the bell, and it stabbed. So, and I was watching. This is the 10-minute. Let me go to the 1 minute here. So I was watching the 1 minute, and I was watching this Fibonacci right here. This is the 50%. Oh no, it's a 61.8 fib at 50.22, and I just didn't have the guts to pull the trigger at $50.22. Now, let me show you something here real quick too. If I had placed my Fibonacci at a better spot, like the high of the open, look at that perfect entry at the 50% fib. The low here is 48.30, and the 50% fib is at 48.25. So I would have missed the entry actually if I had used this Fibonacci. Anyway, I had my fib right here, and it was dropping down. In fact, it went into a halt. If you can see the timestamp at the bottom here, when down here at the bottom, when I put my crosshairs over this, you'll see 9:30 to 9:35. So it opened up, and in the first minute, it went into a halt. Then it opened up again and started dropping down the next minute. I think it went into from this candle to this candle right here, it went into a 10-minute halt. And then it opened up again, opened up at 9:46, and then the 9:47 candle dropped through this 50.22 fib that I had on it. And I had my finger on the button to buy, but I just didn't have the guts to pull the trigger, which is really quite unfortunate because after it came out of this second halt on the way down, this thing caught support at $48. We'll call it 48.5. Yeah, 48.5. No, 48.3 was the low, but 48.5 was the open. And then took off up here to a high of 77.70. So a $30 run. I think it squeezed into a halt again. Right, okay, right there, no, there, where is it? 52, there, squeezed into a halt right there at 9:52. And just went on an amazing run. So I managed to catch this trade right here. So I looked at this thing. It was kind of, it's kind of a bull flag here. This candle right here was making a bull flag. So I was kind of like, all right, let me jump in and see what I can do. I jumped in this one at, let's see, actually I know exactly where I jumped into. I jumped into it for the break of this body at $56. At $57 even is where I got filled on this one. And so I watched it kind of bounce down. It went against me by about $100 or so. It's okay. And then it popped up, and on this one I managed to get $2.70. So that's right. And so when it hit 60, I dropped it. When it hit the high right here, so I was in right here at $57 even, and then I sold at 60, but I only got filled for let's see, from 57, that's $3, but I only got filled for roughly $2.78. So there's about 22 cents of slippage there. I was like, on 100 shares, I was like, you know what, screw it. I had to leave the office. I've got one kid in camp and another kid who's home from daycare, and I had to go home for a little bit. And so after that, I came back, and I actually traded a little bit late today. I got back into the office well after. I thought I was going to come back to the office and just wrap things up, but I didn't. I came back, and there were some things moving. So the next thing I attempted to trade was ATHE. Yeah, and when I got back to the office, this thing was. So I got back to the office by about 11, somewhere right in here, because remember ATHE. When I got back into the office, ATHE was breaking this morning high right here. And I made an attempt on ATHE for, let's see, 500 shares on ATHE. These 500 shares right here, which I only got a 2-cent gain on, was an attempt to make profit over 263, and it ran up and it hit 274, 10 cents, and then before it dropped down, I sold it for basically break even, but a 2-cent profit on 500 shares, $10. So unfortunately, after that CPOP trade, I wasn't around to try and trade ATHE, which was on this morning's watch list. So that's life. That's the life of a trader. Got pulled away from the desk, came back, and really it was way too late. Usually I only trade between 9:30 and 10:30, but I have noticed something lately, and that is, it seems to me that the market has caught on to the trades between 9:30 and 10:30, and it seems like after 10:30 is when things. After 10:30, things start to pick up a bit. Let's look at BGI. Yeah, let's see, that's pre-market. Yeah, here's the 10:30 time frame. So, BGI was kind of bobbling around. And they hit 10:30, right when, 9:30 to 10:30 is called amateur hour. Yeah, so be it. But it looks like some folks are holding off on trading until after the 10:30 time frame. BLI, oh yeah, those were on watch. I'll go over those in a minute. And then CPOP again. So I got back into the office, and let's see, I moved my Fibonacci level to the 1 minute here. And when I got back into the office, it was crossing back above 57 again. And I bought this one kind of high. I bought this one crossing. I bought this one right in here for $67 a share, right here in this candle. And fortunately, it popped up to 70.30. Yeah, this is in noon, so this is far after my usual trading hours. And managed to catch another $2.22. So I was in at 67, and I sold it when it hit 70, but I only got filled for $2.22. So I got filled at 69.22. So I got filled somewhere in here. So it could have been a better yeah, there was definitely a lot of money left on the table today with these trades. Not great entries on OXY or BGI or ATHE, but CPOP, there was a ton of money to be made on CPOP today. But, I got to make a $497 recap. So, while I've been trading since 2006 on and off, I'm still almost done with my second year of trading full time for a living. So, I'm still learning. I'd say probably another 2 years, and I ought to be able to really quite consistently bring down some decent green days every day. So I'm just kind of building up to that. So for right now, I get to be happy with $497. In about 2 years, my aim is to look at a $497 day and be like, yeah, those, that's a small day for me. That's basically break even. One day I'll look back and say to myself, $497 a day is break even. For right now, $500 a day is my goal. Okay. So BLIN, I just had it on watch for continuation from yesterday. Really hasn't done anything. I put an alarm on this on the 10 minute, I believe. Let's see if we can get there's the little alarm icon right there. If it broke 854, then we'd be in business for some moves. And then same thing with CUEN. I put, let's see, this is the 1 minute. Let's go to the 10 minute and see where I put alarms. I put an alarm at 821 for CUEN, but it didn't come anywhere near the level, so just no movement there. That's pretty much the day. Let's see, the broader market here, 1540. Definitely looking for the VIX to make a breakdown below this support line before I get really bullish on it. And it's trying to. Right now, it's at the support line. It's attempting to get down below it, and the SPY is creeping up. If we get a couple of, if I get a daily close below this support line on the VIX, I will start aggressively pursuing call options on the SPY. And then Bitcoin today, the dominant feature on Bitcoin is the, let's get rid of this. Here we go. The dominant feature on Bitcoin is the head and shoulders pattern. This thing, until it breaks this pattern, the pattern will be broken once this neckline is broken, and that means to the upside. So Bitcoin is bearish until it can come up, back test the neckline, and continue higher above the high of its back test, above the high after its break. So Bitcoin's looking pretty bearish until something turns around. In fact, actually, there could possibly be another little head and shoulders pattern forming here. So let's look at this. There could be another head and shoulders. This would be the left shoulder right here, the head, and then the right shoulder right here, and then a neckline. So we could have another miniature head and shoulders on our hands in the in Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin breaks the 39,000 level there, then this little developing head and shoulders is off the table. If it and that's kind of, it kind of lines up. If it breaks this head and shoulders pattern, this little miniature head and shoulders pattern, then it breaks the larger head and shoulders pattern. So head and shoulders are pretty powerful. It took 3 months. Let's see. Let's put a couple more lines in here, make it even more confusing. So this Head and Shoulders, we'll say it started right here and then ended right, or let's say the Head and Shoulders part of the formation took, let's see, from March to May. So March, April, May, 2.5 months, right? So we can expect this formation, this part of the formation, to take roughly 2.5 months. So let's see, half of May to June, right? So, and then July. So at the end of July, right here, we'll put it at the 1st of August. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna leave these lines up and we'll see what happens. So yeah, Bitcoin's bearish, and and until it can, start breaking patterns, it's looking downhill, looking like it's downhill for Bitcoin. So yeah, if you're pro Bitcoin, you like Bitcoin a lot, wait until there's blood in the streets. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. I know there are some really major, big names. Ray Dalio, gosh, what's the other guy's name? Raoul Pal, the BlackRock, one of the BlackRock people, JP Morgan, everybody's dealing in crypto, and there are a lot of people saying it's the way of the future, so on and so on. I have to go. I don't have to go with what they say, but what they're saying makes sense. I don't get it. What I understand is that Coinbase, which is down 4% today, and it took a look above. So let me finish my thought on Coinbase. Coinbase is the broker that 300 some million people are subscribers to, and perform some 1 billion transactions a month. They're the ones that are going to make money. The brokerages. I mean, think of any brokerage that before brokerage fees were taken out. They're the ones they make money consistently, whether the market goes up or down. So I think eventually Coinbase is going to be the thing to invest in. As of right now, it took a look. So it was supposed to IPO at $250. It wound up IPOing. It opened at 380, went to as high as 429.54, and then tanked and closed at 328.28. And it's been pretty much downhill from there. It looks like it's trying to put in a bottom right here. Over the past couple of days, it took a peak above 250, which is where its original IPO was supposed to take place. It's not getting rejected per se right there. It took a look above, couldn't hold it. And now it might be, and this could be, a bullish consolidation right here. I'm not going to call it whether it is a bullish consolidation or not. I'm just going to watch it. So if it breaks out of this bullish consolidation, then it'll attempt to recover this last peak right here at 303. So a breakout here above 261 is where I will look for an entry for a trade to the upside. But until that happens, I'm just watching it. All right, so let's see. I think that's going to be about it for the day. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you at tomorrow morning's recap. And actually, before I go, I've noticed I keep track. I have another YouTube account that I keep track of this YouTube account with. was it live trading channel is the name of my channel. And I've noticed that the only time that I see the videos, the videos seem to get posted to the live trading channel's site about 12 hours after I post the videos. So if you tap the bell, you'll get a notification and then you'll be able to watch the video. But without tapping, you'll be able to watch the video in real time or soon after I'm done posting it. So you can, if you're looking for some ideas in the morning or something. All right. So yeah, tap the bell if you want to get sort of, the real-time view of what I'm seeing for the day. All right, everybody. Once again, good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.